Good morning. So yesterday was an absolute spanker. You know, we didn't really vlog much after we lost the gear in the water, mainly because once our camera battery died, the other batteries were wet, and so we didn't want to risk putting those in the camera. But considering it was a bit of a failure yesterday, we're going to move on today and we are going to show you a bit of our travels as we go from Santa Teresa. We're going to get a ferry and we're going to head towards Monteverde, the cloud rainforest.
So this is our first half of our route today from Santa Teresa up into the ferry, and then we'll be taking an hour ferry across the Punta Arena and then continuing up to Monteverde.
Go away, rain.
Go away, rain.
Go away, rain. Yeah, a lot of people ask us what we do to pass the time while we drive, because obviously on a trip like this we drive a hell of a lot. It may surprise some people that we don't, as well as not having functioning air conditioning, we don't actually have a functioning radio in the van.
Tell me what I
I wanted that away.
'Cause I wanted that away. Good, now I can listen to myself and see how great I sound.
Yeah, maybe don't don't listen. Lee wanted us to point out that we actually normally read to each other. Well, normally, truthfully, I drive, and so Lee reads to me to pass the time. That's the main thing we do. We went through the whole Harry Potter series on the first half of this journey, and lately we've been reading a few different books. One we were reading today was How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck. How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck. We haven't finished it, which probably shows in our videos. Yes. A lot of people here think that the Sprinters are like buses to carry extra passengers, and everyone's always really surprised when we say there's only three of us, including Oki, but it looks like we're going to be allowed onto the ferry. So poor Oki Buddy's only allowed on the first floor.
So the ferry ride is about an hour long. So we're actually approaching the shoreline on the other side very shortly. It costs us 13,000 colones, which brings us up to $31 Canadian. So it's actually not too bad. That includes the van, and Max and I, and Oki is free. So in a hangry scramble getting off the ferry, Max and I stopped in town right away to search for a soda, which is the name of a local restaurant here. We have found that as long as you eat local food, you are looking at about half the price point of any tourist location, less than half often, which brings me into the money, the currency here. So colones are the type of currency in Costa Rica. 1,000 colones is roughly $2 American. In Canadian, Australian, it brings up to 2.37. So we kind of just look at doubling whenever we see something. For example, our lunch all together was 5,000 colones. So for us, that would have been $11.50, $12, which so far is around the cheapest that we've been able to eat local foods, and we're hoping it gets cheaper than that, about $5, $6 a meal each. We're empty on food, which is why we ate out. We've been waiting to get off the peninsula to go to a grocery store on this side, hoping that it is cheaper now that we're off the peninsula in the heavily touristed area. So we'll bring you to a grocery store since we're taking along our normal day today and check out the prices there. Are you helping with the groceries, bud?
So we're actually fleeing the mega superstore because it's really expensive. A bag of apples was $8. There's a supermarket next door, so we're hoping that's a little cheaper. All right, take two. This looks a bit more like us, a bit basic.
Oh my god.
Lee spotted the Oreos.
We haven't had Oreos since Mexico. It's been a long time. Or even before Mexico, we have to Oreos.
So we got out of there just in time because it looks like it's about to start pouring with rain. And just for reference sake, that haul cost us 18,000 colones.
Colones?
18,000 colones. So the equivalent of around $35 US, or at a guess around 44, 42 maybe Canadian dollars or Australian dollars.
Do we have an extra one?
Conventional. Yeah, I think it's snapped.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's the drops.
Okay, so our windshield wiper is snapped and it's pouring rain. And we don't have an extra one, do we? We'll have to go to the store.
It's like, it's a Mercedes part. It's not part of their disposable windscreen wipers. It's because they put the wrong ones on. We're gonna have to find someone to do a repair job. Well, it was going to be an uneventful vlog, but well, having a rough couple of days at the moment.
And the boys are off to work fixing it. This gentleman was so kind to help us. They're gonna switch the wipers to take the one that works and put it on the driver's side so we can get somewhere to fix it. Something we both can agree on for sure is that people are so awesome when they see you are stuck. All along our trip they have offered to help, and that is a beautiful part of traveling. This little guy's not too stressed out, I can tell you that, but he always reminds us that these little things don't really matter.
So I'm just blown away. You know, there's always the first question we get asked all the time when we come down here is, isn't it so dangerous? And you know, all the people aren't, isn't it so dangerous? And since coming to Mexico and Central America, we've had nothing but positive experiences, and that was up there with the best. That guy just is a local. He just pulled over, saw that I was having trouble with the van, asked what was wrong, and he just spent, what, half an hour, 45 minutes helping me. We switched the windscreen wipers, so now that I have a working windscreen wiper on the driver's side, and that is going to allow us to drive to a welder and then hopefully get the other one fixed. It is currently a Sunday here, so we're not 100% sure there's one open. Google says there is, so we're going to go check it out. But he was just so nice, and then he gave me directions and, you know, told me about the border at Panama and just such a lovely Costa Rican guy, and yeah, people here go out of their way to help you, which is unreal. This is a bit more of the real Costa Rica.
Yeah. We were just looking for a welding shop that Google led us kind of astray into a neighborhood that was just a little bit of a reality check after leaving the peninsula, where there was a lot of expats and a lot of built up tourism around there. This kind of brought us into the poor areas of Costa Rica, and although it is a beautiful country, there is a lot of poverty here. They probably looked at our van thinking, what are you guys doing in this neighborhood? But
I don't think many tourists go down that street.
yeah, not a lot of tourists. So at least Max can see, and I'm just left to the rain. So it's about 20 after 4 in the afternoon. We left around 8 this morning from Santa Teresa, and we're still about an hour to an hour and a half from our campsite. The spot that we're going apparently has a gorgeous view of the hills onto the ocean, and yeah, it's been a long day, but we're almost there.
Good morning. We actually had a bit of a lie-in today after getting that drone footage for you. This spot is so nice, and one of the best things about it is the temperature is much lower because we're so high. It's allowed us to even use the doona in bed, or duvet for those that don't know what a doona is. The view is an absolute killer. And because of that, I think we're going to stay here a couple of days at least and just chill. As you saw, we kind of didn't have everything go right for us the last couple of days, and it'll be nice just to relax.
And we think this vlog is a good example of the reality as well of traveling, that not every day goes to plan, and not every week we aren't always doing the most exciting activities. As some days you do need to spend hours traveling on the road, and yeah, we hope you enjoy coming along for the experience.
Yeah, and just like, I think it reiterates that, you know, if you don't succeed, you gotta just
try again.
Try again, and sometimes multiple frustrations happen in a row, but then, you know, you end up at a place like this, so it's all worth it.
Yeah.
And why we've got you guys, we wanted to say that we are going to be changing our upload day to Sunday. Very important, changing to Sunday. And there's multiple reasons for this, but the main one is actually that being in the van, weekends are kind of like the worst days of the week.
We try
really
to avoid everything on weekends because there's more crowds, the beaches are busier, and a lot of places are closed whenever we need to get our errands done. Laundromats are closed, banks are closed, service centers are closed, and so what we find happens is that we spend Tuesday, Wednesday getting these videos up for you guys and spending time on our email and interacting, and the next thing you know, the weekend's here and is really busy and we need to get stuff done and we can't. So if we spend Saturday, Sunday working on the vlog, working on our website, and communicating with you, then that leaves us Monday to Friday when everyone else is at work to explore and enjoy these areas when it's much less busy. And yeah, that should help a lot.
Let us know what you think of that in the comments. Does it suit everyone that it's going to be Sunday? Is Sunday better? I think it's better.
Yeah.
I think Sundays is a good day. And along with that,
What else did we say?
oh, along with that, make sure if you liked this video, give it a gentle thumbs up. No need to smash it, just a nice easy one if you liked it and you feel like doing so. And if you don't already subscribe, hit that subscribe button.
If you'd like to.
If you'd like to. This sign-off's gone on far too long,
Yeah.
so we will see you next week.
Bye, see you Sunday.
Bye.